Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. I'm joined today by Paul Barnaby, the Managing Director of Beyond Accounting Technologies and the Australasian representative PlanGuru. And we're going to talk about predictive accounting and outstanding diversified service. So how are you today, Paul?
I'm just great, thank you, Peter.
Paul, we've got a big webinar on Friday, the 20th of August on predictive accounting. And besides you as a guest presenter, of course, we are honoured to have the Marketing Director of PlanGuru, Trip Graham, join us from California for that webinar, so he can give us an overview of what PlanGuru is doing around the world.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that webinar, Peter, as I know Trip is.
Okay, so what I thought today, we'd discuss some of the questions that accountants are raising and discussing when it comes to this subject of predictive accounting. First of all, how would you describe predictive accounting?
Predictive accounting, Peter, is nothing more or less than doing in the future what we're used to doing in the past, preparing financial statements in international report styles and formats for profit and loss and balance sheet, but a big difference for the predictive is a third aspect to it, which is cash flow.
Right, and the projected balance sheet.
Yes, correct. Profit and loss, balance sheet, and cash flow. Yep.
Okay. So why do you think we need to use a tool like PlanGuru to prepare budgets? Some people have been using all sorts of other ways of doing them over the years, but why PlanGuru?
Well, PlanGuru is one of a number that are out there. It's just the one I prefer, and for very good reasons, that its capabilities when compared to its cost make it, in my view, the best. But the reason we're using it, what I call a purpose-built tool, is that we want to be able to prepare those three-way reports in those internationally accepted formats and not have the difficulties that are inherent in using a tool, for example, like Google Sheets or Excel. Doing a three-way report set for predictive accounting in Excel is just a nightmare in my view.
So you wouldn't use Excel to prepare a profit and loss account or a balance sheet, would you?
Well, you can do it, but it's very difficult. I mean, I asked the question, would you use Excel to record the historic transactions and then do a profit and loss and balance sheet sufficient to file with the tax office or ASIC or whoever? No, of course you wouldn't. I've seen it done, but there's plenty of other tools out there, and PlanGuru is like that for the predictive accounting.
Well, my observation is that when accountants do get involved in budgets, cash flow forecasts for clients, they tend to do it on a total business basis rather than dissecting it into the individual business components. Does PlanGuru help them prepare budgets on individual business unit basis?
Oh, absolutely, Peter. It gets back to, as you know, my passion also in predictive accounting, and that is what is driving the budget. And if you've got a company, say, with 5 business units, it's no good looking at that company overall in terms of preparing a budget because there are so many drivers that you would possibly need to take into account. So yes, PlanGuru does allow us to prepare those individual budgets. For example, there might be a departmental or business unit manager that's accountable for his sales and costs and possibly some of his balance sheet items. PlanGuru will allow you to do those individual budgets and then consolidate them up to the overall corporate budget very, very easily and quickly.
Paul, ever since the Commonwealth Bank started to get involved with their accounting market pulse reports 6 years ago, they've been advocating accountants spending more and more of their resources on business advisory services. And this year, the latest report, the CommBank is really saying that this is the period for business advisory services. When you look at business advisory services, what do you think the key service that accountants should be providing to their clients is?
I think, in a word, Peter, virtual CFO. Most clients hire their accountants Yes, to do the history. Yes, to do the compliance. Yes, to do the tax. But all of them wish that they had a CFO on board every day that they could ask questions of and help alongside the managing director, for example, to create those strategies for the future. So I think virtual CFO is the key service, and the simplest service to implement is, of course, the predictive accounting, because that sets up the whole relationship. Monthly review, for example, monthly meeting. How did we go against budget? What went wrong if we didn't achieve it? What went wrong or what went right if we overachieved it? That's the whole key service that a CFO in a larger corporation provides. And that's what clients want in the smaller arena. They just don't know how to ask for it sometimes.
Yes, and I think accountants have got a fair bit more to learn, a lot of them, as to how they promote and talk to their clients about that service. Well, Paul, as I said earlier, we've got a big webinar on Friday, the 20th of August at 12 noon AEST. Anyone watching this video, you're most welcome to attend. Just go to www.essbiztools.com.au to register. Just go down to webinars and put your name down. And we look forward to talking to these people on Friday with Trip joining us from the USA.
Indeed we do, Peter. Thanks very much for your time today.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Cheers.